Hey everyone, so I'm finally back with some more fragrance reviews. So today I'm going to be talking about a Beyonce fragrance that came out a couple years ago. This was actually her second fragrance, so it's nothing new really. I've had it for quite a while. Honestly, I don't know why it's taken me so long to review it. I think it's because all I have is the bottle, and I was always convinced that I was going to get like the lotion and the shower gel, like I was going to get them eventually. So I always say, I'll wait until I get those products before I do the whole review. Anyways, 2 years passes and I'm kind of like, I don't think I'm going to be getting those anytime soon, so I might as well just review it now. This is also a very summery fragrance, and now that it's officially summer, I figured, what better time to review it than now. So this fragrance is called Heat Rush, and it was released in early 2011. It was Beyonce's second fragrance. This is the box, and I really love it. It has a bright orange color to it. We start with sort of like a golden yellow, and then it transcends into the darker orange. We have Beyonce Heat Rush written on the front in gold lettering that shines. And we have this sort of like fire design, as if the box is like flaming up. We have the orange color going all around the box with the golden bee, more Beyonce heat on the back, and another bee. Oh, and then another bee. The box is really bright. Like when it's sitting on my dresser, it stands out among all other boxes because it's just so full of life, and you don't really see this kind of orange in fragrance too often. So the bottle is the same as all of her other heat designs. This is the 50 milliliter bottle. It starts off as a very deep, shiny golden orange on the bottom, and then it lightens as it goes up the bottle, and then we have the white sort of melting ice cube cap with the bee written on the top. It looks as if it's like lit up. Like even when it's like sitting there, it always looks like it's glowing. So I really like the bottle design, and it says Beyonce on the front of the golden rim, and then it has heat written on the other side. It doesn't say rush on the bottle, so you only know it's Heat Rush because of the orange color rather than the red color. So don't get confused. So the lid comes off like that, and oh, I do have, the only other thing I have is the sample. Beyonce makes nice samples because they're bigger than most of like the samples you get, like the little spray ones, and they're not sprays at all. So this is the Heat Rush sample. It has its own little lid. Has its own little lid, and then like the top is weird. It's like this little applicator with like 3 little holes. So you just kind of like dab it on your wrist and little droplets come out. So it's a great way to like use the fragrance without spraying too much, and it lasts a long time because you get quite a bit in there. Okay, so what does this smell like? Well, I'll first start by saying Heat Rush is Beyonce's fruitiest fragrance. It's definitely fruitier than the original Heat and pretty much everything else she's done. It's practically pure fruits, to be honest. It has other ingredients, but the fruits really dominate this fragrance. It's also quite sweet, but it's not a creamy sweet. It's more of a candy sweet, which makes it good for summer, because you don't want like a creamy sweet for summer because it feels too heavy on you, but the candy sweet is really good for those warmer days. Okay, so the top note is where we have those crazy fruits. We have the cherry, the blood orange, and the passion fruit. Now these are all very juicy, flavorful fruits. They're not like the little, frilly fruits. They're really like the sweet ones. Hard to pick out which one is the dominating fruit because they're really, like, I can actually smell all 3 of them. I'd say when you first spray it, you do get cherry. I'd say it's a good, juicy burst of red, ripe cherry. And then we have like that sort of tropical, juicy passion fruit smell. It's not citrus. Like the blood orange in it does not give it a citrus opening at all. It's not fresh or clean. It really is just like a nice, juicy, fruity, sweet burst. Now, one thing I'll say about this is that it pretty much doesn't change throughout the time you're wearing it. It's pretty like just straightforward. What you spray is what you get with this one. It starts off very fruity, very sweet, and it stays there the whole time. It doesn't really develop much. The heart of the fragrance, we have Yellow Tiger Orchid. Now that is also giving it a sweet quality. All of Beyonce's fragrances have a different type of orchid in them, and all the orchids that she chooses are a sweeter version. So this one is no different. It has that sweet Yellow Tiger Orchid, and that combined with those very juicy fruits it's kind of like this over explosion of candied fruits. That's really what the main signature of this scent is. The other flowers in the heart are the hibiscus and mango blossom. So mango blossom again is sort of a fruitier floral. Well, hibiscus isn't fruity, but it's just completely trampled by all of this sweet juiciness. So I don't smell anything floral about this scent really. The base of the fragrance is sort of an extension of the orchid really, because in the base we have the musk, the teak wood, and the amber, but I don't smell teak wood or musk. Like, I feel like those two aren't really too present. And the amber, again, is just helping to lend more sweetness to the scent, because it didn't have enough already, and make it last a little bit longer. So again, at the very end of Heat Rush, at the end of it all, it kind of smells exactly the same as it did when you first sprayed it, but it's just a little bit more faint now. The fruits have lessened slightly, and we're getting more of the orchid and the amber, which is just that sweetness. So what starts off as very juicy, fruity sweet just ends up as slightly fruity, juicy, sweet. Like, it's just, nothing really changed too much, it just lessened. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I do like the way it smells. I like when you first spray it. You know, it smells really good, so you might as well just stick with it. But having said that, it's not a terribly complex fragrance. It doesn't really develop. It is pretty linear and simple, but it is really good for like a warm summer day. It's tropical because of the passion fruit. It's very casual. It's very energetic and uplifting. Like, it makes you happy. It's one of those happy fragrances because it's so carefree, and it has all those nice fruity, you know, aromas. One thing I can say, because I sprayed this like a little while ago, one thing I can say is that the fruits, you know, considering they're just fruits, they do last a long time. Because, you know, with top fruit, it's like you spray it, it smells really nice, but then they kind of fade. With this one, I guess because they're kind of the only ones working this show, they really stick around for a long time. So you do get that nice top fruit, you know, opening act for a long time. It doesn't fade quickly. So the best times to wear Heat Rush would be warmer days like spring and summer. It's definitely a daytime scent. It's not really an evening scent. It's not formal or classy or anything like that. It's just a nice, fun daytime fragrance. As for the lasting power, as I said, the fruits, their aroma stays around for a while. But when you wear it on your skin, you know, like how long does it actually stay on you? It's pretty typical for a fruity fragrance. Like, it's just, you know, a couple hours. It's not going to last you the whole day. Oh, one thing I should mention is that this is eau de toilette. Yeah. So the concentration in this is a little bit less than her eau de parfum fragrances like Heat and the original Pulse. So, you know, because of that, it may not last as long as the original Heat. Yeah, it doesn't last as long as the original Heat, that's for sure. But, you know, it is meant for daytime summer wear, so, you know, it's a little bit fruitier, a little bit lighter. It's really meant for that beach kind of weather. So, as I said earlier, I don't have any other products for it. But you can get a shower gel, you can get a body lotion, you can get a fragrance body mist. And I do want to talk about the lotion, because even though I don't have it, I have tried it a few times. They had a tester for it at the store, on like the fragrance counter, and I used it like several times, and I should have bought it right then and there because I was really impressed with this lotion. It was a little bit better than other celebrity lotions that I've used. It was very hydrating. Like, I feel like my hands were so dry, and after you put it on, like, it really helps to just hydrate your skin. And the smell was really, really nice. It did smell a little bit different than Heat Rush. I felt like it smelled like apples. Like, it still kind of had like the Heat Rush aroma, but it had apples to it. Like, it had candy apple, I guess I would call it. So, anyways, I think it was a really nice smell, and if you can find the lotion, I do recommend it. As for the other two products, I've never tried them before, so I don't know, how they are, but the lotion was really good. I guess that's all I have to say about Heat Rush. I guess I'll do a quick summary. So Heat Rush is Beyonce's summer fragrance, well, one of her summer fragrances. It's very fruity and sweet. It starts off with cherries, passion fruit, and blood orange, mixing with the orchid and amber, kind of already from the start. It smells like a candied, fruity fragrance. It's very energetic and summery. There's nothing really floral or woody about it. It doesn't change very much, but it is good for a casual daytime scent. So that's everything I'm going to say about Heat Rush. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you do want something light and summery, it is a good option, and it's eau de toilette, so it's not going to be too strong. It's not going to cloy people's noses. It's just going to be perfect for the warm weather. Okay, so that's the end of my review. So I'll see you guys next time for some more reviews.